Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Our next guest is a national treasure. She's entertained us for decades with her wit, her wisdom, her courage. She's a trailblazer. She really is. And she's released her memoir, Lies My Mirror Told Me. I was lucky enough to get an advance copy and I've read it. Oh, see this song. Hello, Wendy Harmer. How are you?
Hello, Amanda.
Here she is.
When I read
I'm
this,
here too, Wendy.
Well, no, but yeah, hello.
Yeah. Come on, it can't be all just women.
Yes, I know. Well, we've heard that. We've heard that for years on broadcasting.
There should be more men on radio, I think.
Yeah, well, I remember I wanted to do a breakfast show with another woman.
Mm-hmm.
And a radio executive said, you got to understand what it's like for the blokes. I mean, they go home and they get nagged by their wives and they turn on the radio and they get nagged by two women.
No.
That's why women can't work together
This
on the radio.
man's a genius. Who is this man?
It was you.
What a genius.
Now, I just got a little text from my husband there.
Yep. Hello, Brendan.
And where is the wheel of tickets?
Oh, I
Oh.
see.
Is it
Oh,
in
this is
a
our major tactic.
What's he after?
As they
Well,
call it in the
he
trade.
said I should take it hostage and only give it back in exchange for 2 Taylor Swift tickets for me.
Oh, okay, get some tea.
No, he's got, he's right on it, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll see if we can
So
get him
I'll
in
be-
the mix.
I shouldn't have given away the plan then, should I?
No, because you know. Next you'll be saying we don't take the 10th caller. Because you know all the secrets and
Yeah.
we're up against you when you were over at Today
That's
FM.
right, that's right.
And then when you were at the ABC.
Yep.
This is a big deal, like where you've come full circle with the book now.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think it was I got the advance for the memoir about 8 years ago, so I thought, oh, crikey, I better write it or I'll have to give the money back. So when I finished over at the ABC, I thought, now's the time to write it. And it's been really interesting to look back and see, look, I was there when all these women comedians found their voices. You know, there was the Comedy Company and Fast Forward and the D-Gen and the Big Gig, of
Yes.
course, and the women were really at the forefront there. And this was the first time we'd seen all these women comedians. And I thought that was a really interesting time to document. And also, I guess the change in breakfast radio over the time that I've been doing it. Because at Today, my then boss, Brad March, he said he'd been watching Oprah Winfrey, and he thought, oh, wow, chicks. Well, there's a concept. And so he put me on radio as sort of the centre of a radio program because he wanted a program that was more, skewed towards the women.
Yeah.
And it is incredible to think, Amanda, that there was a time in radio, morning radio, where women weren't really at the forefront.
No, and where stories weren't encouraged.
That's
There was no
right.
content in terms of stories.
Yeah.
So you brought all that, I think.
Well, I mean, I do remember the time they even did float the idea of having a lottery about when I'd go into labour. And I went, you know what? I don't think so.
That's great. That is a great idea.
But there was so much in your book too that I cried over, and just your.
But you're a bit of a blubber.
I'm a
Yeah,
complete
Amanda
sook.
will go the blub of the drop of
she
the
will.
hat.
I'm a complete
Kleenex
sook.
ads with a little kitten and all that.
Oh, that
Sure.
sets me
There
off.
should be a
Labradors.
deal.
But with like your upbringing, and as you document here, your changing face, your parents gave you tough love. Do you think that was the right thing to do for you? Because look how it's forged you, but at what cost?
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think you've got to have... I suppose you've got to have the right sort of temperament in the beginning because, half of it's sort of nature and half of it's nurture. I couldn't do the same to my kids. The title of the book comes from what happened to me when I was 8 years old. And I didn't have all the reconstructive surgery for my cleft lip and palate till I was 15 years old. Now it's done at a child's first birthday. So I had this sort of, disfigured face for a long time. And I was about 8 years old and I came home and I said, the boys at school have been picking on me and calling me flat face and eagle beak and Wendy the witch and... Would you believe that then Alan Unwin released the book on Halloween? I thought that... Anyway, whatever. So my mother said to me, you go and stand in front of that mirror, and when you can find something to complain about, you come out and tell me. Well, I looked in that mirror, and I'm here to tell you there was a lot to complain about. Like, I only had little stumps of teeth that kind of went sideways, and, my lip was sort of, mangulated, and I have a very flat nose. And I just looked at myself, and I just went out and said, I've got nothing to complain about. And my mum said, good. And on we went. I don't think I could do that with my kids. 60 years after that, I've been talking with my mum, and she says, yes, that was brutal. That was, and I know now I should have been softer.
But we are better parents now, don't you think, than what our parents were? And
Well,
surely,
I think so.
and that's not putting any blame on my parents. It was just a different time. Well, you're probably more closer to your kids these days.
That's right.
Than what
that's
our parents
right.
were.
Yeah, well, I think dads have changed
Yeah.
a great deal. It was always you'd ring up your dad and go, well, how's that car of yours going? And that'd be about the most you'd get out of him.
Yeah.
Christmas Day and all.
Yeah. And yes, I think, men spend more time with their kids. I mean, it gets to the point we all know about helicopter parenting where you can be overprotective. But yeah, I mean, having that kind of upbringing and that kind of toughness. I mean, yeah, they were. Well, as I say, for some kids, probably like me, it worked. But I imagine for a lot of kids, it wouldn't work.
Yeah. Well, you don't know anything else, do you? Really?
No,
you don't know
that's
anything
right.
else.
But for all the strength you had to have, you've got such a softy heart.
Yeah.
Really, you've come out the best of all worlds. You
Exactly.
really have.
Oh, yeah, well,
Yep.
I'm really, really lucky to have Brendan, who's listening.
Not this
Thank you.
Brendan.
This
I'm always
husband-
listening. I'm always listening
no,
to you.
You're always talking.
Yeah.
He's always listening. But I am incredibly lucky. And I mean, you'll both know this, that you can't do this job without that backup and support at home.
Yeah.
And Amanda, you and I as mums, I mean, Brendan was the house husband for the whole time.
Yeah, and Harley changed his job as well so that he could be there at home while I was doing these hours. You can't both be going full tilt with this, can you?
You absolutely cannot, and because you go to bed at 8 p.m. and then you're out the door at sort of 4 in the morning. And I remember, sometimes I'd just creep off very quietly and just punch the air, knowing that Brenda would be awake with the kids.
I was always glad I could close the door and go.
Yeah.
Yes, that was the easy part.
I know.
That's true. Well, Wendy, it's always great to talk to you. And, of
Thank
course,
you.
you're the one that gave us Beat the Bomb and Battle of the Sexes. All different names now. It's
Should I stay or should I go?
There's another one.
Look, here's the thing about radio. Once you get the name, like traffic and weather together, it just all falls into place. After that, it's easy.
You've got them all tattooed now.
Lies My Mirror Told Me is available from all good bookstores. Wendy Harmer, thank you.
Thank you. And Lucy, you've been on this coming up to 18 years?
Yes.
Yes, no, it is 18 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. We've only had 18,000 fights. Thank you so much.